After the events of Grand Theft Auto V, Los Santos had never been the same. The city was in chaos, with the police department struggling to keep up with the increasing crime rates. The heists that had been pulled off in the game had become a reality for some, and the criminal underworld was thriving. But one man stood out from the rest. Michael DeSanta had retired from his life of crime and was now living a quiet life with his family. But he couldn't help but keep an eye on what was happening in the city he once ruled. When he saw that the police were failing to keep up with the crime rates, he knew he had to step in. He gathered together some of his old crew, including Franklin and Trevor, and began planning a heist that would take down the biggest criminal organization in the city. It was a dangerous mission, but the crew was determined to succeed. They spent months planning, gathering information, and practicing their skills. Finally, the day arrived. The crew donned their masks and armed themselves with the latest weapons and technology. They stormed the headquarters of the criminal organization, taking out guards and disabling security systems. In the end, they succeeded in taking down the organization, but it was not without losses. One member of the crew, Lamar, was killed during the mission. The city was changed forever after the day. Michael and his crew had proven that they were still a force to be reckoned with. They continued to operate in the shadows, taking down criminal organizations and protecting the city from further harm. However, not everyone was pleased with their actions. The police department saw them as a vigilante group and pursued them relentlessly. Michael and his crew were constantly on the run, but they still continued to fight. In the end, Michael knew that he couldn't keep living his life this way forever. He had to make a choice between protecting the city and living a peaceful life with his family. He ultimately decided to retire for good, leaving behind the life of a criminal and becoming a family man once again. But his legacy lived on. The citizens of Los Santos would never forget the vigilante group that had saved them from the criminal underworld. The crew's story would become the stuff of legend, inspiring others to fight for justice in whatever way they could.